I know we always talk about people being accountable to us, but we had to be accountable to people too, huh? Hey, Olia, welcome back to the Season to Soul podcast. I'm your host, Anisha. I'm your Chief Joy Officer, and this is a place where midlife professionals and entrepreneurs learn how to navigate the beautiful chaos of adulting. We use raw honesty, a healthy dose of humor, and a whole lot of heart. The conversations are all about being the main character in your midlife. So anything that increases clarity over overwhelm, that helps you to feel more confident rather than insecurity, accountability, and your holistic well-being, this is a place, babe. I want to make sure you live a life that's anchored in joy, connection, and meaningful action. A life that looks good and feels great. Let's get into today's episode. So I'm so happy that you're here with me today, and we're going to be talking about accountability or continuing the conversation on accountability. Now, guys, you know that I have an accountability group that is starting on September 1. The registration closes on August 28th. It is specifically designed for women who are growth oriented and ready to stop talking about their goals and start executing in a safe, high vibrational, supportive environment. I'll give you more details at the end of the episode, but for the next couple of days, I'll be speaking a lot about accountability because I want you to recognize how it really works and how it can improve your life. It certainly has improved my life, working with accountability. And so I'm just sharing that. So even if you're not able to join the cohort this time around, I just want to share the information, some information that you can work with to help improve your life in this wonderful midlife. So accountability can sound a little rough on the surface, but it has the power to really shift how you show up and connect with other people. Think about accountability, especially the part where you hold yourself accountable, can drastically improve your relationships. Now, when we hear the word accountability, most people think about business goals, right? We think about performance reviews or maybe sticking to a routine, which it is. But think about it this way. At the heart of accountability is really about trust, self-trust, and building trust in others. It's about being the person that does what they say they're going to do. And you know that when you are the person who do what you say you're going to do, that's wonderful for you, but it's also amazing for the people in your life. That kind of accountability applies to every single relationship in your life. Let's look at 3 areas where being the person who's accountable really helps you to stand out. Let's start with work and career. Now, in professional settings, accountability is often measured in numbers like how much persons you're going to call, how much customers you're going to call today, or deadlines, what date you're going to drop in that report, when you're going to submit your final budget, things like that. From the angle of work, when you own your responsibilities, especially when you can own the things that go wrong without pointing fingers to anybody else, you can create a space that reflects radical trust. Your teammates know that they can count on you. They can count on your word. They know that when you say this thing will be done, it will be done. And if you see a deadline slipping, you don't hide or try to pass it off to the next person. You say what's happening and you communicate it early. And this shift is what does remove tension and creates real solid working relationships. Okay, next up, let's talk about friendships and social commitments. So how many times have you had plans canceled at the very last minute? The very last minute. And sometimes these plans are critical. So in terms of social commitments, I know let's say you're putting on an event or you have something important and one of the key players, whether it is a speaker, whether it is a photographer or somebody like that, decide that they're not able to make it. You know that is devastating for the event that you're having and shifts how you can create the right experience that you are trying to create. Or maybe you've been the one who's been canceling and overcommitted. Make plans to do something else pops up, or you decide to go to something and then something else shows up out of nowhere and you're just not able to do it. So look, life happens. But being accountable in friendships and social circles means respecting other people's time as much as your own. And that's not always the easiest thing. It also means considering other people's feeling. When a friend tells you that something you did hurt them, an accountable friend listens without getting defensive And that's how friendships and social commitments would. Finally, let's look at where accountability matters most with our family and intimate partners. Listen, the closer you are to someone, the easier it is for you to take them for granted. There's research to show that the people closest to us get the most vile version of us. So you see people outside and they'll be so nice and kind to the people around them. And, they're great with the coworkers and great with the people in public, but they are horrible to the people inside the house that they live with. The people who they live with can stand. It's like a war scene all of the time. They're beautiful outside, most helpful outside, but when it comes to inside to help the people in their house do something, move something, is quarrel, is drama. For months they can't do it, but somebody outside asks you to help them, and you go on the weekend and do it and whatever. But the person you're living with asking you to do something for them and you can't find the time to do it. So it's very, very odd, but people tend to take the people that they're closest to for granted. Accountability in this instance looks like stopping the blame game. It means saying, you know what, I dropped the ball on that and I will work on it as soon as possible. Or I've been reacting hastily when I'm stressed, but I'm gonna work on changing that pattern. Or I know I haven't been responding as quickly as you like it, but I will respond, and just know that I'm always thinking about you. The best apology is a change behavior. So if you are genuinely interested in somebody, if you really care about how they feel, you would modify your behavior to fit the things that make them more comfortable. I'm not gonna say change your entire self, change your entire life, but there are people who would do that. There are people who relocate to be with the people that they care about. And sometimes a simple behavior modification. You know that somebody you care about cares about communication, cares about being cared for. The least you could do is to do that. People have full busy lives. But I feel like if you care about somebody, you could send a message like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, what's up? Hey, do you need something? It's not that difficult to do. And that's how we build trust and stay accountable to each other. So when the people in your home and in your intimate relationships take ownership of their own actions, the conversation stops being about winning an argument and it starts being about solving problems together. So my challenge for you today is really simple. Pick one area where you can bring a little more accountability into your life, keep a promise you made, communicate honestly about a commitment, or own up to a mistake with grace. You'll be amazed at how much stronger your connections feel. Okay, so friend, this season of your life is far too precious to spend sitting on the sidelines of your own potential. You have the wisdom, you have the power. Now it's time to couple that with strategic and consistent action. And if you need a structure, if you need community, if you need loving accountability to turn your goals that you have in mind into long-term habits, I want to personally invite you into my upcoming 12-week accountability group cohort that starts on September 1st. Registration closes on August 28th. This group is specifically designed for growth-minded women who are ready to stop talking about getting their goals and start executing in a safe, supportive environment. We'll be working side by side for 90 days. In this program, you can only work on up to 3 goals. You can do 1 alone if you want to, 2 if you want to, but no more than 3 goals we're going to be working on, right? And we're going to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what your action steps are. We're going to look at what your milestones will be throughout the 90 days, and we're going to set up some rewards for you, because while you're working on your goals, you should celebrate the small wins. And we're going to keep each other lifted and accountable every step of the way. The spaces are limited because I like to keep the cohort small, but I will leave the link for you to join in the description of this episode. So make sure you log in and get your spot and make this the season for you. So thanks so much for listening, and I will see you again soon.